What's up, everybody? We're off the field with Isaiah Robinson, special guest DJ Golatt, Morgan State quarterback. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing blessed. I'm blessed. So we have two HBCU quarterbacks on today. It's the first time ever right now, current HBCU quarterbacks.
Yes, sir.
So before we get into the show, I'm going to show the crowd your clips, your highlights, and we let everybody see.
Get up, go get it if I ever want it. I got some egg in my cup and I'm loaded. I bought them Perkins, you know I control it. Straight out the dome, you know I ain't rolled it. Gotta tell it, swear it's hard for the hold it. Up with the Glock and you know I'ma blow it. Pour up my cup and I sip it. Whatever I wanna go get it.
Golatt into the quarterback. He's from Largo, Maryland.
I'm thanking the Lord I did it. I wanted a bite and I bit it. I swear it ain't hard to get it. I stay with that rod, I'm with it. I see blood, I want blood like the river. Run up the check and take care of my people. Kill it, them bodies, I swear I'm a demon. I pour a 5 of that egg in the leader. Run up the money with all my brothers. Up with that Glock and I shot it in public. Say that she let me, I know she don't love me. Straight out that knife, I never stop thugging. Sosa come and pull up with the drink for me. Walk in the mall and I'm spending your budget. Label gave me a whole lot of money. Told me that they got another check for me. Never tell, I'ma keep it 100. Stick to that shit till the day I go under. My son recorded that for me. When I die, I'ma leave you my money. Pour my cup and I sip it. Whatever I want, I go get it. Came from rags to riches. Blew up and took over my city. I'm thanking the Lord I did it. I wanted a bite and I bit it. I swear it ain't hard to get it.
Appreciate it, man.
Mm-hmm. So, DJ, how long have I known you? How long have we known each other?
Oh, man. I think I met Zay. Was that 7th or 8th grade? I think I met Zay when Zay had the fade.
It had to be 7th.
I think it was GYFL. I think it was GYFL. Is probably when I first met Isaiah, and then over time, like me and him started going to the same high school camps. We started training together. So yeah, probably 7th or 8th grade, like that. I think it was that summer in between there.
And we built our relationship because like we was always the two best quarterbacks at the camps and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were the two top quarterbacks coming out of middle school. We was just trying to figure out what high school we was going to, and then just building our relationship on and off the field. He ended up becoming my brother for life, for sure.
Football really brings relationships and everything. It's crazy. So, with your season just being announced canceled, how do you feel about that?
I'm disappointed. Of course, I was definitely expecting to have a season play this year, so I'm definitely disappointed. I feel like a lot of the work that people have put in to prepare for this upcoming season is kind of going to waste, but at the same time, it's giving people more opportunity to keep getting better on the field and off the field. It gives people an opportunity like us, like as college athletes, we don't really have a lot of time to communicate with like other businesses or like find out what we want to do off the field. So like it definitely gives us time now to practice something else and get better at anything else that we want to do in life for real.
So what are you planning on doing football-wise with this time off?
So right now I just plan on just keep working out, keep studying the playbook. Right now I'm just kind of waiting on my coaches to figure out what they want to do. We're supposed to be going back to school to start classes in about almost a month, about a month. So just waiting to go back to school and starting back over, just figuring out what we're going to do head forward.
So do you keep an extra year eligibility since the season's canceled?
Yeah. I don't think they're taking a year of eligibility from anybody, especially if you're a senior. Like say you were a senior, this your senior season coming up. You had a lot of big expectations, and you're trying to fulfill your dreams. And the last year, and they get canceled. Right. I don't think the NCAA is going to take that year away from anybody. I think they're going to let them have that year and fulfill their dreams.
Right. So you mentioned that this time off gives people to understand what they want to do off the field, but since we don't have time, so what are you planning on doing? Spending your extra time doing off the field?
Off the field, I've been starting to definitely invest in a lot more stocks now. I've been able to really focus on stocks and then also maintaining my brand. So like I'm a physical therapy major, so I've been able to email physical therapy companies and figure out what their next step is, and figuring out if I can like get some more internships and things like that, and just really making more money, doing anything to make a little bit of money. So, you know, like a lot of people door dashing right now. A lot of athletes are door dashing, Instacarting, because we have no idea when we're gonna get called back to school. So I've been doing that and just focusing on. I've also picked up reading. I've also been reading a lot more. I just finished up reading Kobe's Mama Mentality book. Okay, yeah. Great book. Definitely was a great pickup. So yeah, just a lot of different hobbies now.
Okay. So going back to the school and just college-wise, what made you choose Morgan State?
What made me choose Morgan State was definitely just the opportunity to play college football. Everybody coming out of high school wants to play college football, of course. And Morgan was one of the first schools to offer me. And I know my father went to HBCU as well. He went to North Carolina A&T, and I remember him always telling me about the HBCU experience. And I'm sure you've heard of it before. It's just being around people just like you that have the same dreams and the same aspirations. And so Morgan definitely just felt like a family environment when I first went there. When I went on my official visit, I just felt like the love from everybody in the community. I felt love from the alumni to the president to meeting the coaches. I just feel like it was a very family environment. I feel like if somebody were to send their son there, they would feel the same way.
Yeah. So you felt like you was in good hands, just the people around you was good, genuine
right.
people.
Right, genuine people, not just somebody looking to make an extra dollar off you.
Right, because that's how it do be sometimes in a lot of these big programs, PWIs, like they just look at you as a dollar symbol. But like when I came to HBCU, you definitely really feel the love from like the coaches. I don't know if it's because it's more of a smaller campus as well, or just like less people than a PWI. But you definitely feel the love, and you definitely feel that.
I think it comes with going through the same struggles, because as we all know, like obviously HBCUs don't get as much funding as some of the bigger schools, and so like just going through that same struggle, I feel like it brings everybody closer together, because like if you were to have a struggling life, you would be close with those people that went through that with you. You feel me? So like going through like having to makeshift some things, just making up some things, definitely brings a family feeling back.
Facts. So we have people tuning in all around the country. Whenever I travel or someone down from, I tell somebody I'm from Maryland, and they immediately think Baltimore, but like I'm from PG County. So Morgan State's in Baltimore, which is like 50 minutes from the house.
Yeah, it's like 50 an hour and 15, depending on traffic for sure.
But talk to me about the differences that you see in Baltimore, like how they dress, slang, things like that.
Oh, man, it is a different world, man. I'm trying to tell you. It's a very different world from the way they dress, how they talk, the music they listen to is very different, because, you know, us coming from PG, we listening to go-go. We listening to go-go. We listening to all the neighborhood guys and anybody that comes out the city, comes out DC and PG. Up there, man, they talk different. They dress different. I mean, it's just a like an entirely different world, bro. I lie to you not. Like I don't have that accent. They be saying all the T's and yep. No, I don't say that. I don't say none of that. It's just different. So like when somebody comes up there and be like, where you from? Be like somebody coming out of state, they be like, where you from? I was like, I'm from here. I'm from Maryland. But when I say here, they think, oh, he from Baltimore. Nah, I'm from a different world.
Automatically, they think you from Baltimore?
Yeah, they automatically think I'm from Baltimore. They be like, oh, how far are you? I'm like, oh, I mean, I'm not here. You know, I'm like an hour some way, entirely different city. Like,
so say you walking down the street, right? And you try to talk to a girl or something, like back in the day, you try to talk to a girl. Could you tell where she was from when she was from Baltimore?
It depends on either how she was dressed and what she would say after I say something. So if you've been like, excuse me or something, like you be like, excuse me, how you doing? You be like, you. I'm like, whoa. Like, you. Yeah, like you. And then you just tell how she start talking to you. She be like, what you want? And I'm like, I mean, I don't got nothing against nobody from nowhere, but I mean, it's just a different world, man. I mean, like when they say it's a different city, it's entirely different. Like from the things they eat to the things they like drink, what they call different things, and it's just different, bro.
I remember when I went to St. Francis, I had to walk to school every day. You could just tell the difference from Baltimore or just PG, just like the surroundings too. Like being around everything is definitely a difference.
Yeah, cause you remember coming to my apartment to you remember coming, we was on the 10th floor, right over the city. You go outside and see somebody with that lean. See somebody with that good lean. It's just different. Like growing up in PG and Baltimore is definitely two different things. Even if it was in DC, it's just two different vibes. Baltimore is more like cold hearted, like hard, like, you know what I mean? Like whereas here, Chocolate City and DC and PG, it's just like everybody cool, you know what I mean? Like you get a lot of love. You just feel the vibe of like a family. Up there is just cold hearted. Everybody, you gotta get yours.
You mentioned that, like literally, I had to walk from the train station to St. Francis, right? Every day I walk, I see another car window just smashed in on the ground. And it'll be like seconds right before we walk past it. So like people definitely try and get it out there on their own and everything.
Especially taking the train too, because I had to take the train a couple times to come home. Yeah. On New Carrollton before I got a car. You see a lot going to Penn Station, coming all the way up there. You see everybody on the side of the road trying to get a ride and just.
Bro, every time I went to Penn Station, right, I seen the same people. I rode the train every day, so I seen the same people. And they always come up with a different excuse why they needed money from me.
Right.
Literally, my car broke down. My wife and kids. Next day, I'm homeless. Like I don't got nowhere to go. Like it's just different stories.
Right. And nowadays, you got a car. You got all these kids trying to wash your windows at every light.
Right.
Like, I don't want my windows washed, bro. I just got a car wash. I'm good. But I mean, like here and there, I'll give them a couple $, you know.
Right.
And help them out, but I don't need my windows washed every day.
Right. So tell me what it was like growing up as an athlete. Like, was your parents supportive of you playing football? How was that?
Oh yeah. My peoples they were supportive early. They were supportive when I started playing football at like the age of 4. I started off in Marlboro Mustangs, playing flag football. I ain't started off in tackle, and then right after that, I went to Forestville Falcons. That's when I first started tackle football. After that, I ended up playing with Spirit of Faith Warriors for the rest of my middle school career. But they was always supportive. My father was my coach almost my whole life until we got to high school. Like he just put that mentality of me of like do everything that it takes to win. Like no matter what you do everything that it takes to win. But make sure you're having fun with it. Like if you're not having fun, there's nothing. You know what I mean? So to this day, I live by our motto. Every day, every way. I do my best for God and the team. So everything I do is for my team and it's for God too. So definitely got that on my shoulder, and I know my father be thinking in the stands watching me and just see how proud he is and everything.
Right. So because you are a quarterback, do you feel like you have to live to higher standards than normal athletes do?
When you say higher standards, what you mean?
Like, since you are the leader on the team, do you feel like you can't do everything that some other athletes do? Like you can't always go out to parties every weekend like some athletes may do?
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially like being like a starting quarterback, people are always looking at you no matter what you do. That's on the field and off the field. So that's in the classroom. People always wondering like, how are your grades? Like, what are you doing? Are you in study hall paying attention? Are you fooling around? Like, what you doing off the field? So like, I really try to set a good example for my team so that they have an example to follow and just like try to be the best person that they can be, because at some point football is going to end, and like I want them to be able to, you know, just keep that same energy and motivation to try their best and be the best person that they can be every day. So like that's definitely on my mind whenever I'm doing something. Somebody always watching.
Mm-hmm. So some people may not realize the time and effort it takes to becoming a collegiate athlete. Like I know for quarterbacks, most of us have private trainings when you get to high school, and now even starting from middle school, elementary school.
Yeah.
How was your private training? Like, what was it like, and who'd you train with?
So I started my private training. It was early. I started my private training. I was probably in the 6th grade I was probably in the 6th grade with the GOAT, Coach Bryson, with the GOAT, the greatest quarterback coach of all time. I started quarterback training with him. I started quarterback training with him when I was in, I think it was about the 6th grade. But I started working out like a private strength and conditioning coach was Coach Mark McCain with Athletic Republic now. He used to be the trainer at the Matha when I was in middle school, and so those two combined, it just really put a lot of effort into me, and I thank God for them because I don't know where I'd be without them. Yeah, for sure. Cause they ended up taking most of my time after school, and I'm definitely grateful for them the most. I can never repay him. Bryson is that's my man. I love Bryson to death. He's become family. Coach Mark has definitely become family. He was friends with my father from high school. They went to Oxford Hill together. Yeah, so that's how I ended up knowing Coach Mark. Coach Mark always been with me. He never gave up on me ever. So even when I'm giving up on them workouts, I'm on the ground. You know how them 5:30, them early morning.
5:30 be wild.
Man, people don't even know. I would try to go out. I would try to go out with everybody else on Friday night, in high school or something, or middle school even. I was trying to go out with them. They ain't even know, man. I got to be up in 3 to 4 hours. I got somebody ready to kill me in the morning.
Every time Josiah came to the workouts and everything, right? But he hadn't been in an intense workout like that in a minute.
I remember
halfway he started throwing up. He said, "But I can't finish this straight."
Man, so many relationships was built at the 5:30 work. So many dogs was built right at the 5:30 workouts. Nobody even knew what we was doing.
In the soccer dome with it.
In an indoor soccer dome with no AC.
Now since we getting older too, we getting back to the youth, helping them train. Helping them with their workouts too, so it's really that helps me develop too on my leadership skills and just things off the field, just teaching other people. So
yeah, especially when we had the young guys out there with us, seeing them grow up and doing what they're doing, man, it's definitely amazing.
So I couldn't bring you in this interview without talking about the good old PP days, perfect performance.
Oh man, trips.
Trips, man. So before we go on, let's talk about the athletes and the talents we had at Perfect Performance. We had Dwayne,
the best of the best.
Trevon did,
DJ Turner. There's some people don't even remember. Trace McSorley, Bo English. Trying to think who else.
Yeah,
Ivory. Ellie, you, who else is on that team?
Who else? Yeah, Fofi on our team that way.
Fofi. It's so many players. It's amazing. DJ Brown. DB. Who else was it? Was Jelani. It was man. It's amazing to just see how everybody doing, man. It's really been a long time. I remember those trips down to Florida and back. Man, them things used to get active.
Yeah, it got real out there.
It was definitely fun. Though. I wouldn't trade it for the world, man.
I wouldn't. That's definitely the funnest year.
We was on them Jake Funk, and his little brother Jordan Funk.
Oh yeah, Jordan was on that team.
Man, we was on the bus for 18 hours, and the AC stopped working.
Yeah, and the AC stopped working. I remember we had to pull over for at least a good.
People were standing up trying to stand by the AC with their shirt off, sweating. Man, yeah.
You definitely going through that. I forgot about that. So all these people we named, they all D1 right now doing their thing. Shout out to them. Keep striving. Keep doing.
Some of them in the league now.
Some of them in the league too. So keep doing your things, man. So when we went to the 7-on-7 camps, we also had a little college tour. So what was your most memorable camp we went to? You think?
Most memorable. Definitely. I think this was. I went on my first college tour. I think I was in the 8th or 9th grade. I was in the 8th or 9th grade, and I had went to Tennessee. I went to University of Tennessee best campus I've ever seen. Like, I remember I was in ninth grade because I had just finished up my freshman year of playing. I was blessed enough to play varsity as a freshman. I was little. I was 5'9", 160, if that. Like, so yeah, I was blessed enough to go to University of Tennessee, and man, I was just amazed at like the facilities. Like, I'm coming from high school. I've never been on a college campus really. Just seeing like they had a football stairs. They had a football field upstairs. I'm like, I remember we went up some stairs, and there was an indoor 100-yard field. They had the weight room was right beside it with the glass right there. Then they ended up showing me the Peyton Manning room and everything.
Like, they have a whole room for them? That's tough.
Yes, but bro, like I'm in ninth grade, so I'm just amazed. You know what I mean? So like, just that really opened up my eyes to how big college football really was. I didn't really understand, like you know how it is coming into high school. You're not really worried about college, really. You just playing, like you just want to play football. You just wanted to make it to high school. So like that really opened my eyes to how big college football was and how big of like an opportunity it is to play at a big school like that. And it was just amazing for sure.
My most memorable one was Rutgers. Not because the facility or anything, but just how they had it set up. So like how they had it set up was everybody, because you know anybody could go to the camp. So at daytime they'll have everybody outside on that outdoor fields, and then they'll pick like the top players that they wanted to see after the end, and we all went into the stadium in the dome with the whole lights on. We just doing one-on-ones.
That's live.
That just was definitely live.
That's live.
That was my best camp, I think. So what was the most funnest story and most memorable story on the road trips we took with perfect performance?
Florida, easily. Florida, easily. So like I said, we was on the bus for 18 hours. I remember Fetty Wap had just come out too. Bro, we're on the bus for 18 hours cranking Fetty Wap the whole way. I remember Trevon, he was all the way in the back, being as loud as possible, cranking. So we get there. I think like the first day, I don't think we did anything. We just got there and went straight to sleep. Next day we woke up. We had I think we had one or two games. I think we might have like one or two games going down there, but it was hot. So later that night, I remember, I think we was all in the same room playing Madden. We had started wrestling. I remember me and I ain't even gonna bring that story up. I ain't gonna bring me and Dwayne up. Me and Dwayne we ended up accidentally putting a hole in the wall. Then we left later. It was like probably 2 a.m. We left the hotel. We walked all the way down to McDonald's, and we was right behind G. Was you with us?
Yeah, I was with y'all. I didn't go with y'all to walk all the way, and we went to the other little stores I was around there.
Yeah, we were walking around, John, and we were just being kids, man. You know, like this like one of my first times really like going on a trip like without my people, like, and like so like I'm just being with my friends, so like I'm having fun, you know what I mean? We go all the way to Walmart, McDonald's. We try to act grown, you know what I mean? People asking us who we are. I'm telling me I'm Cam Newton. Yeah, so I mean, definitely the Florida trip. It was so many memories. It was, I don't even want to speak on it.
You know, I gotta speak on remember when we went to Canada and we was on the way.
It was freezing, bro.
Freezing cold. You know
Buffalo.
When Fofi got into it with the McDonald's worker?
Man, I don't even want to bring my man up like that. I ain't even gonna speak on that. But yeah, I mean, it was Buffalo with going to Buffalo and then going to Canada. Like that's what the game really can do for you. Like I would have never thought in a million years I'd be going out the country. Like you know what I mean? Like right, just because of football. And like if I were to go out the country, I would want to, you know what I'm saying, I would go like on vacation, you know, when I get older or whatnot. But like to be able to go out the country at such a young age and just seeing, I remember I had bought a Gatorade. It cost like $5, but I didn't remember that our dollar count was higher than theirs. So I'm like, why is it costing $5? I asked for my refund. They ain't give me no refund. I was mad. I was mad. I was ready to go off. I was ready to go off on the dude trying to sell me that Gatorade for $5. But I mean, it was definitely a blessing.
Mm-hmm. So, what was your best and worst times as a college athlete so far?
Best and worst times. Best time was probably my freshman year. Definitely my freshman year, because I felt like I didn't really have too much on my plate. Coming in as a true freshman, they had two quarterbacks that was already playing. So like coming as a true freshman, I kind of had them that like the mind like, yeah, I'm a redshirt this year, so like this is gonna be my fun year. This is gonna be my year where I can like see what the HBCU experience is about, and saying going to parties, meet different people, and I'm saying, like I wasn't too focused on playing early. You know what I mean? Because I knew about the whole redshirt thing. Worst times was definitely last year, high ankle sprain. Definitely put me through a rough time, because I'm just sitting there watching everybody else play. When like you know me, I love football. I don't care where I'm at. I just want to win regardless. Like I'll tell you, let's line up 1-on-1, receiver, DB, let's go. Like I just want to win. So like just seeing my teammates, I felt like I had let them down. Because I'm supposed to never get hurt. Like, you know what I mean? Like with the amount of time I put in, and the amount of effort I put into like staying healthy and being healthy, changing my diet and everything. That was definitely probably my worst time getting hurt.
So how did you handle that mentally, knowing you couldn't be on the field playing and everything?
Mentally, I kind of just went with the motions a little bit. I kind of just let God like really like cater my steps for real. I got closer to Him. Also during my injury, I have a girlfriend, and my girlfriend had like helped me get through the injury and everything. Like she just kept giving me word of encouragement. My people and my coaches definitely kept me up. Probably that was probably the biggest injury in my career, because that literally put me out for the rest of the season. I didn't play any more games after that. That's definitely the biggest injury in my career. But
third game. Was that your second game or third game you got injured?
I don't even remember. It was against Norfolk. I don't remember exactly what game it was. But I just remember it was against Norfolk. I was scrambling and I got rolled on. So I mean that was it. But I mean I'm 100% now. I can do everything I need to. But that was definitely my hardest time on the field. Off the field was probably my freshman year. My freshman year for sure.
So what are some things that come to mind that you can't do because you're an athlete other that regular students can do?
I mean, obviously Friday nights, like you can't do Friday nights, like, because I mean we stay off campus, and we stay off campus for home and away games. So like we're in the hotel, so we leave Friday, like mid Friday afternoon. So like while everybody's out having fun, like going to the pep rally or anything, or like any type of party or anything, like we can't really go because we're away. We're at a hotel. So we're at the hotel watching more film, having more meetings, just getting our mind right and focusing in on the small things that we need to do to be able to win the game the next day. You have to be respectful at all times. You can't really just start going off on people, because like when somebody sees that, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, he's on the football team. That's what they do, and like that's just not the type of team you want to have. You don't want that bad like you don't want a bad idea for your team. You want to always protect the team. That's what our coach preaches. Protect the team. That's his first rule, and that's one of his really only rules. Just protect the team. So like that goes for on the field and off the field stuff.
Because like just like one person, or it's like a couple people in the whole football team, they do something wrong, then that's when they label the whole football team bad, and some people really don't know that. So like, yeah, so that one thing could really ruin the whole football team name on campus. Even though not everybody's like that.
Yeah,
they on the football team, so they are like that.
I wanted to actually go back on my last question, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Something that popped up on my mind. My hardest time was definitely by far my freshman year, bro.
It was your best time and your best time?
It was a good time and my best. It was a good time and my worst times, bro. Like the injury definitely hurt because I had never been injured before. But my freshman year was the hardest time because I had lost 3 important people in my life. I had lost both of my grandfathers 2 months apart, and then going into that next summer, I lost one of my best friends to this day, Taiwan, to gun violence. I got a tattoo, his name right on me. That was definitely the worst times. I went through like a serious like depression where I couldn't trust anybody. Like I just didn't. So like that was definitely a hard time. I had never really lost like that close of a friend where it feels like it could be you next. You know what I mean? Like you could almost feel like if I weren't to be at school, I'd be able to stop it. Like he would be with me. You know what I mean? And it had happened during that summer, man. I rushed home and everything. It was definitely one of the hardest times of my entire life. Rest in peace to my dog. But like I just wish he was here. So like now everything I do for him. On one of my highlight tapes, I got him right at the end, a picture of him and his son Nas. Nas really gives me a lot of encouragement. And I'm really doing it for him, really.
So you use that as motivational. That's good.
Before every game, I do a prayer. I do a prayer, and he used to wear 34. He used to play with us on the Warriors. So you know, me, him, Corey, and Big Chris, Darisaw, we was like this. I got a picture frame in my room with just us four, like holding arms, walking out to the coin toss. Like we was that close. And so like before every game now, like I say my prayer, and I throw up a 3-4 because that was the number he wore. He wore 34, like Walter Payton. Because I remember I introduced him to Walter Payton when we was young, and like ever since then he was in love with that number. He wore that number in high school, and so like every game, like anytime I'm touching the end zone, 3-4 is going up for sure.
So everyone has this one event at the school that everybody's looking forward to. For us, I say at Hampton, our best event is homecoming. That's where the whole alumni come out. Is it homecoming for y'all? Or is it another event?
Homecoming, man. I mean, our homecoming last year was going viral. I'm sure you probably saw like so our school is really like I said, it's really a family environment. So like the professors and everybody, they're not worried about like the campus too much. You know what I mean? Like we like take care of our campus for sure. Like like I said, it's a smaller one of the smaller campuses, and so like we take care of everything. Right. Like they open up the entire quad, and so like just that environment is definitely the most fun part because it's like everybody that goes to the school is on the campus or on the bridge, and so like there's a bridge, and then it opens up to this big quad where it's like 5 different buildings just like squared in, and then just that whole environment is just insane. Like you see celebrities come out. It's just like a really 2,000-3,000 person party. Like it's really amazing. I really love it.
What's it called? Since I didn't play this year, since I had to sit out, I got able to go up to Morgan State homecoming.
Right.
That was live, man. I gotta tell you. Also, if it was live out there, was y'all Spring Fling. I got a chance.
The Spring Fest. Yes,
too.
Yeah, that's another thing that it's kind of hard for us to do because we're in spring ball, we're practicing and everything. So like you said, like just going to things like that, we might miss most of it. You know what I mean? Like as athletes, we might miss most of that whole thing. We just like we had to hurry up, get showered, get dressed, and catch the very end of it, like catch the let out. But other than that, definitely homecoming. 152 last year was a movie. I'm super upset that COVID had canceled it this year, but I just know the next one's gonna be insane.
So I remember you told me you got a girlfriend. Is she close to you? Have y'all did long distance relationships? Like, tell me about it.
So my girlfriend is not close to me. My girlfriend is she lives in Delaware. I met her through my best friend, one of my other best friends, Corey, the one that's in that picture with me, Taiwan and Christian. I met her through him. I met her on FaceTime. Like I was bold enough. I asked him like, who you on FaceTime with? He's like, oh yeah, that's my best friend. Boom, boom. So yeah, so we kind of been doing the long distance thing. She's also an athlete as well. She runs track and field up there at the University of Delaware. So our time kind of like matches up a little bit. You know what I mean? So like I see her every now and again, but the distance is definitely something to go through for sure.
So how long have y'all been together?
Probably like a little over a year, like a year and a half, about a year and a half.
So like your sophomore year?
Yeah, my sophomore year. my sophomore year when I first started playing. That's when I met her. When I first actually gotten a big time shot to just keep playing.
Right.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to settle down, and how'd you know she was the one?
I knew she was the one the first time she came to my house. First time she came to so one I knew she was the one, like right off the rip. Like she was real, you know what I mean? Like she was just a straightforward person. She was definitely determined for sure. She one of the most determined people I know. Like if she wants something, she gonna go get it. Right. So she wasn't worried about anything. But the first time she came over, I just remember her like being afraid to come over, and she didn't want to stay. Like she wanted to come here and drive all the way back to Delaware. Like she came here. Like she ain't go to
all the way to
Baltimore. She came back to PG. You know what I mean? So my people was like, no, you don't gotta go home. And she was telling me, she was in the room crying. She was like, yeah, I don't feel comfortable staying here because like that's how she was raised. She was raised like a woman. Like you're not supposed to stay in somebody's house unless like y'all are tied in. You know what I mean? But I had already told my parents like, yeah, this is gonna be the one for sure. But after that, I was like, yeah, she got her mind in the right place. She determined. Everything else.
That's good. So on that note, being an athlete and being the starting quarterback, how do you know if somebody's really down for you or just riding your way just because?
So I feel like I was honestly blessed with the ability to see right through it like quick. You know what I mean? Like I can see if you really for me or not in like the first 2 or 3 days. You might know that people might not know that I know, but like I know. Like it's really easy for me to see that. Definitely if they're there when you need them, like at the most times, and if they're not there when you need them at the most times. So like if they're going to ask you, like if they're going to call you, what's going on. So like during COVID, like a lot of people like you see who really there for you, who just there for the moment. You know what I mean? Like you know who your closest friends are and who not. You know what I mean? So definitely, like I feel like I was blessed with that gift early. I could see right through it. Like it's not gonna work.
So you talking about friends during COVID time and everything like that. So how did you manage your new and old friends when you went to school? For you, it might have been a little tougher because you stayed at home, or just like how did you manage that?
Really, social media has definitely helped for sure. I mean, just the whole like social media platform has really helped people stay in touch more than they would if there was no social media. But in terms of like talking to people every day, so like even when I'm at school, I don't really talk to people every day, but there are certain people that like I make sure I talk to them at least once every 2 weeks or so. You know, like I'm more of myself type of guy. Like you see me, I might not even say nothing. Like I might have my headphones in and just keep it moving, do what I got to do. But definitely social media definitely kept people more in touch. Yeah, probably social media and then just calling my closest friends every once again.
So this is a question I ask all my guests when they come on the show. Since college athletes don't get paid as they should, what did you have to do for money while being in college?
I had to do door dashing. I picked up I did car washing. I watched kids before. It's literally like, so like being a college athlete is so hard because you don't know when a meeting or workout or you got to report to school is going to pop up.
Right.
And so like you really have to get like here and there job. Like you got to get a quick job. I've even worked for Coach Mark a couple times. Helped out with him up at Athletic Republic. Anything. And then I remember I think you were with me when my father had his referee.
Yeah, the referee, Jay.
Yeah, we had refereed some 7-on-7 games. I don't know if you remember the Metro Bengals, but or not the Metro Bengals, Watkins Hornets. They had a quarterback, the young dark-skinned guy. That was the one that just passed away from Metro Bengals. The one that wanted to. Yeah, that was him. Like they was like that. Like it was.
I know who he is now, but I didn't know that was him.
Yeah, that was him. So yeah, really just small little gigs like that. Definitely keeping us up and things like that. But DoorDashing definitely been helping a lot.
Facts. Everybody be on the door. All the athletes.
Yeah, you might see a bunch of athletes at a bunch of restaurants. Yeah.
Facts.
What'd you do?
I did DoorDash a couple of times. What else have I did? My parents really just been giving me money sometimes when I needed it for like food or something. And I just been saving my fast food check. Like whenever I got that drink,
Right. Yeah.
Put it on clothes and I'm just saving it and saving.
Oh yeah, refund checks definitely help as well. My parents definitely support me as well. Like whenever I really need something, cause I don't like asking.
Yeah, I don't
like, you know what I mean. Like I just feel I need to start supporting myself. So like definitely, but them DoorDash and then definitely the checks that you get from school for sure.
Oh, what is it like? Because I don't like asking my parents for money either. Is it you think because we get older? What you think it is? I don't know.
I think for me, I felt like I put them through so much. Like already, I feel like now I owe them. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know if it was the way that we grew up or like I don't know. Cause I remember growing up as a kid, like you would do anything to make $1.
Right, facts.
You would do anything to make $1. So like now that you see like what that like how much money really means to people, like you recognize the love that your parents have for you. And so like seeing that, it really like brings me to like, all right, now it's time for me to like I can make money for myself. You know what I mean? Like I can make money for myself. But like if I really need it, like if I really need some food, like I haven't ate all day and I don't have like enough money to go get something to eat. Like my parent, I definitely ask my friends like, hey, can I get a couple of dollars just get some food, put some gas in the car or something, you know what I mean? Like
your parents are your last resort when you get to
yeah, literally your last resort. Like I don't like asking my parents. I don't
either. So any situation you regret while being in college, and if so, do you mind sharing?
Situation I regret being in college. Probably taking school more seriously my freshman year. Because I mean, as a freshman, you think you just go in there and play football, like you know what I mean. But taking class more seriously because it does hurt your GPA in the end. I thought I would learn in high school, I didn't. But definitely taking grades more seriously. Other than that, I don't regret much. I don't regret because I wouldn't be in the position I am today.
Right. I feel like not so as much regret, just like I feel like everything's a learning lesson.
Right.
Everybody's not perfect. So like if you do make a mistake or you just learn from it and make sure you don't make that same mistake again throughout life. Still, just as college students, we're still young. We're gonna make mistakes and everything. And some things that we do. It's just a matter about how many times you're gonna make the mistakes or you're gonna learn from the mistakes. I feel like so. Now we get to the hot seat questions. So, what you
about to ask me, Zay? What you about to ask me, bro?
So, what's your most irrational fear?
My irrational what?
Fear, like something that you shouldn't be afraid of, but you are.
Oh, swimming. I can't swim.
Really?
Yeah, like I said, my girlfriend is like different, and then like she likes to swim.
Especially from Delaware, all them beaches out there.
She right near the beaches, so she's taking me to the beach more than I've ever been. Like she literally took me like I had only been to the beach one time before this, but other than that, like she took me to the beach and like she really trying to make me swim. She loved the pool, but definitely by far swimming. Like I can't. Like water, boats, I don't want to do nothing. I need a life jacket. I need a floaty. I need something to like make sure like. It's not even the fact of like moving. It's like treading water. Like if I'm in like the open, I can't be in no deep end. I got to be able to stand. I got to be able to stand up. I can't. Swimming. That's it.
What is one thing that you tried that you'll never do again?
That's a hot seat question. Let me see. Something that I've tried that I'll never do again. This is a hard one, bro. This is a hard one for sure.
I got one. I'll tell you.
What's yours? Let me.
All right. It's mine was canoeing. So I went to George Whitfield. I went to camp out there. I was with who was out there? Chad Surratt was out there.
Okay.
Bowman. Who else? It was a lot of quarterbacks out there, Chad. So for one of our I went out there with Dre. So one of our little sessions, group sessions, right, was we was going to go canoeing, and we was going we was out Cali, so we was going to see all the animals out there. It was like sea lions out there and everything. So we went out there. It was me and Jermaine in the same canoe. We went out there. We was cooling. Like, we got out there. We was cooling. And it didn't seem like we was far off. On the way back, bro, that's where it got bad. This man Jermaine kept flipping the boat over, bro. It's like real life animals in the sea, like, could come and get us. And all extra, bro, we flipped that boat at least 5 times.
Y'all saw, like, what animals was out there? Like,
sea lions, fucking,
jellyfish.
Yeah, jellyfish. Kellen Mom.
Yeah.
I think Chad seen a shark out there, bro.
Oh no.
Jared Garantano.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like myself, we don't need to be near water. Like, that's not where we're supposed to be at. Like I understand people are learning how to swim. Like, that's not where we're supposed to be at. We're supposed to be on land. Let the land be land. Let the water be water. But something that I never would do again. I really don't know, bro. I really don't know for real. Probably something that hurt was I went snow tubing. Down this hill. Where was we at? I don't even know. We was in Virginia somewhere. We was in deep Virginia. We went snow tubing. I'm thinking it's gonna be like sledding. Like, you would like. I thought it was like sledding.
Right.
But no, like the hill on the way down had had bumps. So yeah, so like I'm on there, like it wasn't snowing for real. So like they had to make fake snow, so it was really ice for real. So you're going down this hill and you got ice chips hitting your face, like that hurt. Like,
wow, yeah.
Yeah, and then like you're going in the air and like you're in a little tube, so like your butt's hitting the ground. Your butt's hitting the ground. So like when you go up and land, you're not landing on the tube, you're landing on your butt. Like that hurt. Yeah, that definitely hurt. So it was fun, but I probably won't do it again. I probably won't do it again. But I really had too many like out of pocket type of situations like that. Yeah.
So last question. Weirdest thing you ever done to impress a girl?
Weirdest thing?
In your whole life?
Probably when I was younger, everybody used to lie on their age a little bit. Everybody used to lie on their age, but there was one time like I had told her my actual age. She was like 2 years older than me. You know, when you're in like high school, when you're in high school and middle school, like 2 years is a big thing.
Different, right? Yeah, fact.
2 years is a big thing. So like I told her my age, and she had asked how tall are you? And I hadn't hit my growth spurt yet. So I had told her like yeah, I'm 6 foot. Boom, boom. This like my freshman year.
Freshman year?
Freshman year of high school. I told her yeah. I'm like 6 foot. I'm really like 5'9", 5'10", if that. Yeah. So that was definitely like just lying on my height. And then when she met me, I ended up putting I put socks under like my heel and my shoe, so that when I went up to her, I looked a little bit tall. I was like 5'11". That's probably the weirdest thing.
That's funny. That's a good.
It was some young guy. Like, we was young. You know what I mean?
Thanks. Yeah. That's funny. My weirdest thing, I'll give you, since you told me your weirdest thing. My weirdest thing was just biking when we was younger. I biked to this girl house, but it was a far ass bike though. I can't remember. It was far.
Biking.
Yeah, like biking. We young, like I might be like 6th grade. I was like biked all the way over there. Never again though. That was a one-time thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I went. You know where Tasker at from my house? I biked to Tasker.
Why would you? Bro, that's like a 30-minute bike ride.
No,
it's like a 30-minute bike. You had to be pushing it.
My girlfriend at the time, I realized bike to the school, bro.
Oh no,
never again. And then caught a ride. We went to her house because she used to walk. We went to her house, and I said, "Bro, I'm not biking back. I don't know. I never seen that bike."
Was you sweating when you got there?
Yeah, I was feeling like crazy. I write that shit off and everything, bro. That was the hardest thing.
Yeah.
But thanks again for coming on the show, bro.
My pleasure. Appreciate you for having me.
No problem. Anything you want to say to the crowd and the fan?
Just run your race, man. Everybody's time comes at a different time. Run your race. That goes for men and women, boys and girls out there. Just your time is coming. Just keep faith and just continue to be the best person you can be every day.
Yes, sir. You heard it here live.
Yeah, be you, regardless. Stay 10 toes to yourself.
Yes, sir. You heard it here from DJ Golatt. Thanks again,
yes,
bro.
Appreciate you, my dog.